My name is James Thuch Madhier. I'm originally from South Sudan, but I've moved from one place to the next, so have been through various countries before I arrived here in Canada. A bit about myself is that as I said, I'm originally from South Sudan, but I left South Sudan when I was about 15 due to the civil war in Sudan at the time. At the moment, I live in Toronto, and I go to school at the University of Toronto, studying peace, conflict, and justice. I got an opportunity to work with the UNHCR, United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, as well as for WUST, because WUST, World University Service of Canada, had a program within the refugee camp in Kenya, that supports young girls to access education. And so I became a community mobilizer for the girls, for their parents, their guardians, to kind of like explain to them and sensitize them on the importance of like allowing their daughters to be in school. So World University Service of Canada has like a scholarship, a sponsorship portion of their work. While I was working in the refugee camp, I discovered about their sponsorship program. Students go through like a selection process, a very competitive selection process. And so I went through that process as well, and I got the sponsorship, and I came to Canada through World University Service of Canada sponsorship program. Throughout the process of the SDGs, like Sustainable Development Goals, I've been following them like from the time people were negotiating about them to the time they were implemented. And I was there in New York during the adoption of the Sustainable Development Goals, where like all leaders from the world came together and they were like committing to what they will actually focus on. So I must say we must be proactive enough in actually seeing the results of these SDGs. As bold as they are, we need to see them in action. In places like Africa, the debate right now is not about if climate change is real. The talk is what can be done about climate change, what will enable the Sustainable Development Goals to be achieved in some countries, especially Africa in this case, that has like 90% of the countries that are considered developing countries. I would say political will that has like inclusive approach is very important. So I've decided to give back as well. And so I coordinate activities on campus for new WUST students that are incoming. So I would go to the airport, collect them, and then bring them to the campus, show them around, tell them about Canadian culture, about Canadian life, and how they can easily transition into like the university life. World University Service of Canada works through each university. So each university has like they fundraise through a levy. There is a high number of people that are highly qualified to actually come through this program. The levy at the moment is around $10. And so all the students chip in with this $10, and that $10 is the one that actually enable one student to be sponsored per year. Every year, for example, from Kenya, about 45, on average 40 people come every year, 40 refugee students who have just finished their high school. I think there need to be more support for this kind of like more awareness about the impact that a few people like $10 can do to bring like more refugees to Canada through this process.